Hello everyone, Danny Girl here with Stampin' the Pink Barn coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. It has been a beautiful sunny day today. The weather has been perfect, but now the clouds seem to be moving in. I had to take my son in earlier. He is going to be trained in doing care for my daughter. So as a provider in the state of Arizona, he can get paid to do respite or attentive care or HAB hours working with my special needs daughter. So right now I currently do our attentive care hours, but me and my husband would like to have some time to go out and, have supper or whatever, and just enjoy going over to our friend's house and have somebody that I can trust and rely on to watch my son or watch my daughter. So we have gotten my son hired to be her respite provider. So with that being said, he has had to go through these courses of training, and today was his last class that he had to do. He had to go in and do an in-person CPR training class. So I took him into town earlier today and he did that. And of course he loved that since he wants to work in the medical field when he gets older, I guess you would say. I can't say when he's an adult because he's already an adult at this point in time. But when he figures life out and decides that he's going to continue doing what it is that he wants to do, he wants to be a paramedic. So this is kind of getting his foot in the door. He has to take classes and stuff, being able to work with my daughter. And not that he doesn't know how to do things with her, but it's just on their end, since they're paying him, he has to go through all these courses of training. So it's kind of teaching him things that he's going to have to know anyways to be a paramedic. That's great that he is doing that. It will be nice for you and your husband. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait for us to be able to go out. And it used to be that my mom would do it, but my mom's just like, I don't want to have to get paid to watch my granddaughter. I can do it, for free. It's not that. And so she goes, it would be wiser for my son to do it as a job. And then if he wants to, he can actually go out in the community and let them know that he is an available respite worker and he can work with other kids in the town. And so I was telling him, I said, this might be a good, like open door for you, and you can, kind of get, just a little bit step ahead and start working with the community. And then knowing that you have a little bit of the training behind you, it might be easier for you to kind of get moved forward with doing the paramedic stuff. So that's what we did. I took him into town. We did that. We actually stopped, and I had ordered him a pair of glasses. I also, you guys have seen mine. I ordered us some glasses through Pair Eyewear. Absolutely love them. I have like these little things. Right here, it's a magnet. So I have these little magnet covers for these that are sunglasses. And so when I just ordered him his pair, they were a little too loose on him. So I've been needing to stop when him and I are in town to get his glasses kind of tightened up for him. So that's what we did today. We actually had time to stop and do that. And then I came home, took a nap because I was just exhausted from running around. And even though his class was only a half an hour long, it takes us 2 hours because it took me an hour to get there and then it takes us an hour to get home. So I'm like, for a half-hour class, we had to be like running around for 2 hours. But then, like I said, we had to stop and do a couple of other things because we try to make every trip count when we run in. So let me say hi to everybody. I see you guys all starting to come in here. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Frida. Welcome, you guys. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Kay. I see that we have another Peggy in here. Hello, Denise. Hello, Marcia. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming in and watching. I've got a lot of stuff to go through. I'm going to try not to take up too much time talking to you guys because I do have a lot to share with you guys. hopefully you guys saw that it all worked out perfect for Valentine's Day. I did do the scavenger hunt for my husband. Okay, you guys, so he kind of dropped the ball on me. Okay, so let me tell you guys just really quick. So what happened is I was waiting for UPS because I knew that the package that I had ordered for him, and I got him this big thing of Legos, I knew that I had ordered it. It was going to be here on Valentine's Day. And normally I know that our UPS guy doesn't get here until probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, or even later than that. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. I can, we could do our thing in the day, and then I can get all my cards written out for the scavenger hunt that I was going to do, because I had spent so much time trying to figure out matching the different scavenger like clues to make them all correspond, to then finally figure out where is he going to find this, because I was like, okay, I can't put it in his closet because he's going to see it because it's huge. And then I can't put it in the bathroom because he's going to get up and go in the morning into the bathroom. And then even if I waited for UPS to come and then tried to hide it, he's going to see it no matter what I do. So I actually put it out in the shed. And so him and my son were outside working out. They were doing their weightlifting and all that kind of stuff when the UPS guy showed up. So I had told my husband, I go, okay, time to stop lifting weights. You need to go in the house. It's in a box. He couldn't see it anyways, but I didn't want him to see the size because I knew he had a pretty good clue of what it would be if he saw the box. So I was like, okay. So he went in the house. My son ran out to the UPS truck with me. I had some other packages, so I carried my packages in, and I had my son take his package, the big box, to the shed. So I was like, okay, I have to run to the shed before my husband sees what I'm doing and take it out of the box. Well, luckily it was in a smaller box inside of a big box. So thank God, because my husband or my son wanted me to take it completely out of the box and just have it sitting there, and then you can see what it was. And I was like, no, I want him to have a box that he can open. So thank God it was a box inside of a box inside of a box. So I took it out of the huge box and had it sitting there still in a cardboard box that he couldn't see what it was. And so I sent him over to my mom's house because my mom had this fancy alcohol drink that she wanted to make for him. So he came over here, and she's like, okay, he's almost done. And I got all the little clues put out and where I needed them. And so I told her, I go, okay, he can come home now. So by this time, it's about 5:30 at night. I said, I go, send him straight home. Well, he decided he wanted to go feed the animals. Okay, fine, go feed the animals. But this turd decided that he needed to stop inside of the shed first. So I go running outside. He comes, or actually before I go running outside, he comes in carrying this box. The box, okay? And I go, what do you have? And he goes, well, this was out in the shed. He goes, this wasn't there earlier. And I go, and you need to go put it back. I go, thanks for ruining things. I go put it back. Nobody told you to go to the shed. So he kind of was like, okay. I said, don't touch things. I said, you were going to go feed. That's what you were going to do. There's no animals. There's no feed in the shed. Go do your thing. Go put the box back. I told him, I go, thanks for ruining it. So he goes out and he starts feeding. Well, then it seems like it's taking him forever. So finally I'm like, all right, wrap it up. I go outside and I go, okay, you're done. You're done feeding. Whatever you fed, it's good. They're going to survive. They were just fed this morning. You can wait. It's getting dark. We have things that we need to get done here. So he comes inside of the house, and inside of the house is this card that I have sitting on the counter in the kitchen. So he comes in and I go, okay, you need to pick that card up. So he picks the card up, he opens it, and I have written inside of this card, I told him that he is forever my Valentine's, and it says, from your Valentine. And then I have clues. I have clues like everywhere that I have written. So the first clue says, wait, or no, that's the last one. It says, Happy Valentine's Day. Follow the clues for a surprise. When you're done, look under your, or I said, it says, Happy Valentine's Day. Follow the clues for a surprise. When you're done, look under your pillow for number 1. So he goes to his pillow and clue number 1 says, don't forget how special you are. Now, find your next clue somewhere in the car. So I had this one stuck to the steering wheel. Then the next one is somewhere hiding in a tree is where you'll find clue number 3. So clue number 3, I put it inside of, we have these barn-like shaped bird feeders. So I kind of stuck it in the top of that. So this one says, wait, this is, or no, wait a minute. Why are these all out of order? Oh, it says, wait a minute, that was, okay, somewhere in a tree. Okay, and then on the tree, there's this one. It says, time to get down for clue number 4. Look for a place that's near the door. So this next clue was placed underneath the mat coming in the back door. Okay, so then he finds this one. So far, so good. So far, so good. You've reached the middle. Let's see if you can solve this riddle. It hums and clicks and shows you pics. Open it, will do the trick. So that meant that the next clue was inside of his laptop. So if he opened up his laptop, he would find clue number 5. So clue number 5 says, roses are red, violets are blue. There is nobody out there as special as you. Now run to where you wash your hair. You are sure to find a clue there. So it was stuck inside of the shower. So he had to open the shower curtain to find that one. Then the clue that he found inside of the shower was, what did the calculator say to his Valentines? You can count on me. Now look for your clue next, now look for your next clue hidden somewhere in the pantry. So I had it stuck inside of the pantry wall. So then when he found that one, he found number 7, and it says, you're sweeter than Valentine's candy. For your next clue, head over to where the spoons and forks are kept handy. So on top of the spoons is where he found the last clue. And it says, wait, this is your last clue. I love you. This is where the tools live. And what a snake does when it's sick of its skin. Shed. Because at first he was like, what does that mean? And I'm like, you've already been in there. You already found the box. Where is it? I go, you figure it out. I said, I'm not telling you anymore. So it's inside of the shed. And so he walks out there and of course brings it in, and he is just, you know, gleaming from ear to ear because it is, he's asked for this for quite a while now. It was the big Avengers tower, Lego tower. And so I told him, I go, you have one stipulation. You have to help, or you have to let your daughter help you put that one together. So he's been putting it together. He actually just ordered a light kit for it. So you guys will see pictures of this. And it's huge. I mean, it stands super tall. It's probably like 3 feet tall, this Lego set is. So he's been having her help him put the little figurines on and all that kind of stuff. So he is having a blast with that. Okay, so then the next day, or so later that day, he's sitting there with his Legos, and he was actually working on a different Lego set in the meantime. And I'm like, God, why is it taking you so long? What are you doing over there? And I could see like this tan color of Lego, like long pieces. And I was like, that doesn't go to that. He goes, just wait, you're going to love it when it's done. He goes, it's an addition that I'm putting on this Lego set. Okay, cool. So I'm waiting and waiting. I'm like, all right, you are taking so long. What is going on here? So he comes in and he's like, you're going to love it when I'm done. He goes, just be patient. Okay, me, patient? Yeah, right. Okay, but I was patient. So he comes in and he goes, I made you this card. He goes, I told you you would love it when I got it done. So that very morning, laying in bed, he came up with this idea that he was going to make me a card because he's always like, oh gosh, I forgot to get you a card. I forgot to get you a card. Or he's like, the cards in the store are just so hokey. I don't want to get one of those cards. They just don't really mean anything. He says they just don't have any meaning behind them. I was like, okay, I get it. And so I'm always like, well, then go in and make me a card. I have plenty of stuff in there. You can come up with something. And so he's always like, your stuff intimidates me. I can't go in there and make a card. I'm like, all right, fine. So when he hands me this, I was like, oh my gosh, he made me a card out of Legos. Like, how cool is that? Like, that was just over the top. That made my day more than anything. And then so after he did that, he went out and he barbecued some steaks. And so we had steaks. We bought one of those flameless, or they're not less, but they're like low smoke, big fire pits. So he bought all these tiles to lay it on. So he went out and he did all that, laid the tile, put the fire pit on there. And I went and I bought some Adirondack chairs when we had went to town earlier that day. So we sat there, we watched the stars, and we just talked about, you know, what we want for the upcoming year. And then as we were sitting there, I grabbed my phone, and I know that's rude to grab my phone as we're like having a moment, but whatever. We've been married long enough to know that, okay, it's what it is. So I'm looking through my phone and I find an RV. So I was like, oh my gosh, I start writing the guy. It is like this big Winnebago, perfect, ideal for what we were looking for. So I text the guy right away. I go, sorry, it's Valentine's Day. Hope you're not in the middle of something, but you just posted this and I want to come look at it tomorrow. So he was like, okay, you guys can come look at it. So my husband actually worked the next day on Thursday. And so when he got off, we headed right over there to look at it. Well, we fell in love with it. We were like, okay, we want this. And then he said, he goes, but I have to tell you guys something. He goes, somebody did submit an online credit app for this RV. And he said, he goes, so you guys would be second in line. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, dang it. I go, I want it. I go, it was so perfect for us. It was everything we were looking for, but it just wasn't meant to be, clearly, because somebody else had already gotten it. And I, that's cool. I understand things happen for reasons. Well, then as we were coming home, the guy at the dealership that we went and looked at it, he said, he goes, I have another one coming in on Tuesday. So tomorrow. And he said, he goes, it is beautiful. It's like a time capsule inside of it. And so we're going to go look at it, probably on Thursday. Cause the guy goes, we have to clean it up a little bit. I don't want you guys coming into a mess, but, so we're going to go look at that. But, I think we're going to go with a actual RV. We're going to, just from talking to a couple of people, it would be wiser for us to take my minivan, hook it up to the back of it, be able to haul, because of the comfort in the inside of them as we're hauling cross country. My daughter can get up and move around. Not that you want to be walking around while it's moving, but I can get up and I can get her things. We can use the bathroom. We don't have to make a million stops. She would be more comfortable because then she can go lay down and still watch her show as we're driving, instead of having to sit confined into her car seat thing that she has to go into. She would still have to be buckled, but nonetheless, she could go lay down if she wants to. So I think that's the route that we're going to go. At least that's what we're visioning now. Things could change in the future, but that's what we're going to do. All right. So, I have a couple of cards to share with you guys. I have some new product that, I want to share with you guys. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around because I've been blabbing for now 15 minutes. And then, I'll share with you guys the new products that I've just gotten, because starting on, I think it is March, it's either the 5th or the 6th, we have new items that are going to be live to you guys, the public, in our online exclusives. We have a whole new line of products. I think there's like 20 products that are going to be launched. Now, I didn't buy everything. I just bought some of the things that I really fell in love with. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around and I'll go through those with you guys. All right, so hang tight. I also have a couple Valentine's Day cards that came in the mail that I want to share with you guys because they are so cute. Okay, so hold tight. Don't get sick. I'm going to flip you guys around. Thank you, Sheila, for sharing. Thank you, Patty, for sharing. Okay. Ugh, hold tight, you guys. I gotta move my phone. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna slide this way, get us pretty straight here. I think that looks okay. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that. Maybe slide this way just a little bit so we're not staring at that light. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna call it good. All right, so you guys, we have mystery stamping coming up this Wednesday. I have already posted the event here on my Facebook page. You guys can go over there and click the going button. That will then give you notification when I'm going to be going live. Okay, you are so welcome. So I will be going live on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. So that will be 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 Central, and 5 Eastern Time for mystery stamping. We've got a really cute card to go ahead and create with you guys. You'll find all the dimensions over there on that as well. You can also find the dimensions on my blog. Stampinthepinkbarn.com is where you can hit that mystery stamping over on the categories section on the right hand side. And it'll take you in there and tell you all about mystery stamping. So we still have a little bit of time for you guys to join my team and get the celebrations perks with this. So right now during celebrations, so celebrations ends February 29th. So we have a little bit over a week and a half for you guys to still get your celebrations items. Right now during celebrations, we have a special going on when you join my team. There's 2 different options that you can choose from. You can choose option number 1, which is going to give you this glass mat and the silicone little holder, and you're going to get the little like cloth chamois here to clean all your stamps with. It also works really well with cleaning this off. If you get gunk on this glass mat, it is a wonderful thing to have. You're going to get $125 of your choosing of products. So you can go through any of our catalogs, any of our online exclusives. Also, I will have you know that right now we are in a pre-order for those upcoming online exclusives. So just to let you know that you can actually add those inside of your starter kit as well. So when you go in to join my team, so you would go to shopdannygarola.com. Over on the right-hand side, you're going to see the little join button. When you click that and you start filling that out, it's going to open up our whole store. So that means anything that we can pre-order as demonstrators, you're going to be able to order during that time as well. So you're going to see those new online exclusive items in there that are not open to the general public. So you can actually add those into your starter kit. You're still going to pay the very, very low price of only $99 for that starter kit. You're going to then on with all of your upcoming orders, you're going to have a 20% discount. You're also going to get a free paper pumpkin in there. You're going to get free shipping on that. And I want you to know that if you don't want the glass mat, if that's not something that you want, we do have the option number 2. This is where you get to add 30 extra more dollars of products. So in other words, instead of you only picking $125, you're going to now get to pick $155 worth of product into your starter kit and still only pay $99 and still get all these things. You're going to get catalogs. You're going to get your celebrations catalogs, so you can share those for inspiration with your family and friends and loved ones. So don't let this slip away from you. This, like I said, this does end on February 29th. Right now, we have our paper pumpkin. The one that is in, that can be subscribed for now is the Memorable Meadows. You can read more about this kit over on my blog if you click on promotions in that category section, go down to Memorable Meadows, the March Paper Pumpkin, and you can read all the details for this kit. This kit, I will let you guys know that it is going to come with its regular photopolymer stamp set, but they're going to give you an extra stamp set in there too. So you're going to get 2 full stamp sets in this March upcoming kit. I actually just got my Sweet Springtime kit in the mail. I think it was yesterday. So excited for that. I will be doing the Paper Pumpkin Alternatives on February 29th. It is the last Thursday of the month, and that's when I do my Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. So watch for that. Okay, right now during Paper Pumpkin, or during celebrations, if you purchase our prepaid Paper Pumpkin, you're going to get some extra perks with that celebrations. So if you buy a 3-month subscription, you're going to qualify for 1 level 1 celebration item. If you get the 6th month subscription, you're going to get either 2 level 1s, or you get to pick 1 level 2. If you go big or go home, you're going to do the 12-month subscription. You're going to qualify for either 4 of our level 1s or 2 of our level 2s. And then you're also going to qualify for the Stampin' Rewards. So you're going to get an extra $24.30 back for you to spend back in the store on items of your choosing. So they did add a couple of extra things to our celebrations. So if you're kind of done with the brochure and there's just really nothing else that you want to get in there, you have more to choose from now. This is more to celebrate. They've added 10 more items to the list for you guys to get. I actually just got the Beside Me. I got the new core color markers, and I got the Robot Buddies kit, here. So super fun for that. So I like that they give us a little bit extra to choose from more towards the end of our celebrations. So this is always a cool thing. I have my Stippled Rose kit class available for you guys. You guys can read about this over on my blog. In that category section, hit that kit class, and you guys can read about the Stippled Rose. Super, super fun. Okay. I do want to let you guys know, those of you who are my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you guys are going to get some happy mail in your mailbox coming from me. I just sent those out. I think it went out on Saturday, but since today and obviously Sunday, mail is closed. It should be coming to you pretty soon here. So watch your mailboxes for that. All right. So let me show you guys the super fun little Valentine's cards that I got in the mail from some of you viewers. So this came from Miss Linda Hunt. Look how cute this is. I love how she actually went the step above and actually embossed this super cute little banner that the sentiment is sitting on. Hopefully you guys can see the texture on that. She used that splatter and stripes. That's actually on our celebrations, or the More to Celebrate item. So really cool here. She tied in some of that paper for a very, very super adorable Valentine's card. So I absolutely love this. Thank you so much, Linda. And then this came from Janice. So Janice sent me this super cute little Valentine's card. And of course, my son being a cat lover, I had to share this with him. And he's like, oh my gosh. And look, Mom, it's even pink. And I go, you're right. So it's a pink cat. So hey, where do you go wrong there? So look how cool this is and how she added some more of those little cats in here. What a neat little fun fold card that she created. Look at all these little hearts around here. And of course, with all that pink in there, oh, I fell in love with it. So great card, Janice. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I really appreciate that. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys a couple of the items that I've ordered through the pre-order that is available right now. Let me get everything together. So I'm going to share this one with you guys first. This is the, this is called the Flowering Zinnia. Look at this beautiful paper, you guys. So this is the Zinnia set. This will be available to you guys. I think, like I said, it's either the 5th or 6th of March. This will go live to you guys. Unless you join my team, then you can go ahead and add these to your kit. But look at this beautiful paper. This set is all about the zinnias. Now, I went ahead and I purchased the whole suite set to make everything coordinate together. I love when they do paper like this, where it's on the top and the bottom. You can cut this in half and go ahead and use this for your backgrounds of your cards. Hello, Mary. Hello, Melanie. Hello, that's Danny there. Hello, Pauline. Welcome, you guys. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Patty. Welcome, you guys. And Shirley is watching as well, and Denise. Cool, you guys. Thanks for coming in. I hope you guys enjoy this new product. I am looking forward to this like hitting the online store for you guys to be able to get, because I think this set is going to fly off of our shelves because it is so beautiful. I will show you a card that I have created using this set. I didn't use any of the paper yet. This is kind of one of those papers that I'm going to be very, very like hoarding it because it is so beautiful. I find myself with certain papers, I hoard them, and I shouldn't because it's so beautiful. I want to share it with others, but in the same sense, I'm like, it's just so pretty. I don't want to cut it up, but I will. Okay, I'm going to set this aside because I'm not going to get that back in there. Okay, so you saw the paper. We also have a embossing folder that coordinates with this. This is called the Zinnia 3D embossing folder, and it's one of those big embossing folders. You've got, as you can see here, you can see all those Zinnia flowers in there. So there's that. There is, where did I just put? Oh, they're there. These gorgeous little sequins. Now, I love these little light sequins. Now, these already have adhesive on the back, but look at those colors. It goes so pretty with that paper. Then here is the die set. You've got a couple of your full flowers with some leaves. These coordinate with the stamp set. And then here is this gorgeous stamp set. Sending flowers and thinking of you. You've got a big floral arrangement here with 3 of the zinnias. That actually has a die that coordinates with that. You've got the big flower along with the die. The leaves get cut out as well. You have some extra goodies in here. Here is the card that I actually made using this die set. And again, I just created my own background. I just purchased these. I'm going to actually be using these tonight. This is the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. So I use that around the border to just add some more of that pink to this. But look at how you can see that these flowers, I actually put 3 layers of these flowers of each color. And then I did some sponging in the center of them and really had fun with this. I think it turned out just gorgeous. These little sprigs right here are these little pieces here. And I did those in gold foil and then did my sentiment in the gold to really make that pop. And of course, I added some Wink of Stella to the inside of those flowers. So I love this set. And you guys know that I'm not a major flower lover, but these zinnias really like caught my eye and fell in love with them. Okay, the next one. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this paper too. This paper coordinates very well with that set also. This is called the Berry Burst Old Olive and White Glimmer Specialty Paper. So there is the Berry Burst. There is that Granny Apple Green and that white. This is very shimmery. It doesn't look like the glitter comes off, Very, very cool paper. So this will be available then as well. And again, like I said, that does match and coordinate with that zinnia set. Then I went ahead and got this is called the Love, or what is it called? A Little Latte is what the sweet collection is. And that's what I went ahead and bought because I wanted it all. Because of course it had to do with coffee. And you guys know how I'm such a freak about coffee. And I have waited so long for us to have a super cute coffee set, because when I joined, it was almost like when that really cute set that we had before was just on its way out. So I have been waiting for almost 4 years now for a new coffee set, and I am in love with this. And so I'm going to share with you guys the paper. Look at this with the coffee beans. Oh, I love that plaid. That is really cool. The cups, I did notice that they will actually go with the two dies that we have, and you can cut those out using those dies. So the flip side has all these little tiny coffee cups with little spoons and little coffee beans. It's kind of hard to see. Look at that splatter. That's really cool too. Ooh, look at the both of those together. Beautiful. Some pinks with that early espresso. Oh, look at the hearts. That's fun. Okay, and then this one here. Oh, that's beautiful with the Calypso coral. So there is the paper. Okay, now let me show you guys. These little, these are called the adhesive backed swirl dots. Now I didn't realize, because in the pictures you couldn't see it, but these actually have little swirls on the tops of these, which really make those a super fun little embellishment to go on your little coffee theme cards. Then we have this really pretty, this is like a kind of a natural look to it. Ooh, that made a lot of noise. Sorry, you guys. This is called the polka dot trim. So it's more of a natural look to it. It is a little stiff. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be to tie a bow with. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be bow friendly, but at least laying it across your card, like if I was to grab this card here and put this along here, it will work great. Obviously, it doesn't match this card, but you see what I'm saying, that you can, it stays together nicely, that you can put some adhesive on the back of that and lay that down. Okay, then here is the stamp set with the dies. I love that the dies actually have a coffee press in here. You have a coffee pot, 2 little coffee mugs. Then you've got those big coffee cups and some spoons that coordinate with the stamps here. You've got both the cups, again, that go with this and with that paper. Then you've got your different stamped images here that you can put on the top of your coffee cup with a little splash. You've got your coffee ring. Hello there, let's catch up. This one's on me. You're the best part of my day. Thank you so much. So really, really super cute. I'm going to start playing with that one. Then I went ahead and grabbed this. This is called the Sweetly Scripted. I just thought this was really kind of fun to go across for a sentiment that's kind of a long sentiment that can go straight across a card. You've got happy anniversary, congratulations, happy birthday, a million thanks, speedy recovery, and save the date. So I just thought this was kind of fun. I don't have anything like this, so I just thought, well, you know, that might be kind of something different to put on cards. Okay, so there is that. Then most of you guys probably saw that on Friday of last week, I put out a video and it was doing the bokeh technique. I failed miserably in that video and I kept calling it the boho. I don't know why. So I have corrected it on my end of being able to write it and type it in everywhere I could. But this is called the bokeh technique. And I'm actually featuring this technique in our swap cards for this month in my team. So it's doing this really neat technique that adds these little white circles on there. So if you want to learn how to do this technique and you are interested in this, you can find this over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. Really, really fun and easy. Easy, lemon squeezy. That is my jam. So I just wanted to show you guys that again. If you guys didn't see that, you guys can go over there and catch that. All right, let's do our giveaways here since I need to get into getting these cards done since I'm already, 45 minutes into this video and we haven't even gotten anywhere. Well, we've gotten a lot of places, but you guys came here to watch cards, not me, do everything else. All right, so for liking last week's video, we did the watercolor melon. This is one of our celebrations items. This card here is going to go to Kim Van Overberg for liking last week's video. So if you just throw me up some thumbs, throw me up some of those little hearts, really, really appreciated. It will get you entered into the drawing for one of my cards. So Kim, this is going to come your way. I'm not sure, Kim, if I have your address, if you can send it to me either on Messenger here on Facebook, or if you can email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com. and let me know that you have won one of my cards for the week and give me your address. I can get this in the mail to you. So congratulations. Thank you for liking my videos. And then the other one is this one here that we did. I like this side fold. And again, using that same set, I did some of the black and white gingham ribbon on this. This one for commenting last week, this is going to go to Linda Jackmastall. So Linda, this is going to come your way. So thank you so much for commenting. If you haven't commented yet and you're in here, please let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know what your weather is like, because I'm kind of a weather geek and I like to know everybody's weather. And especially since we plan on traveling, I like to watch throughout the year what the weather is like. And I know it's been a really, really different this year from a lot of other years. And I've heard that from a lot of you guys. So we'll just kind of see what the future brings. Okay, then if you do me a huge solid and you hit that share button and you share my video on your news feed. So what you're going to do is hit share. It's going to pop up a little blue share now. All you're going to do is hit that. You don't have to write anything in there. Share this. You never know which one of your friends or family who is on Facebook is going to jump in here and join us for this free class. So for sharing my video, then all you have to do is come back here into the video and write in the comments that you've shared my video so I can get you entered into the drawing. So for last week for sharing my video, I am going to give away these rhinestone waves and a pack of the Sunshine and Rainbows 6x6 Designer Series paper. This is going to go to Miss Linda Hunt. So Linda, this is coming your way. Thank you guys so much for all the love and the support that you guys give me on, helping me grow my business. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, now let's get down to our cards for this week, because that's what you guys really came here for. So this week's free kit, when you place an order with me from today through Saturday, Saturday is going to be the 24th. So when you place an order with me between now and then, you will get this kit in the mail for free. Your order must be $35 or more, and you have to use my current host code. This is my current February host code. This does change monthly, so please be aware of that. So for this kit, you're going to get a fun little envelope in the mail like this. It's going to have everything in there that you're going to need for the 3 cards that I'm going to show you guys tonight. I do tuck everything in the individual envelopes, so you'll make sure that everything kind of stays together. Then there's really no confusion. Okay, so for card number 1 that I'm going to be creating, we're going to do this super cute little card here. Now, so for this week, I am featuring the designer series paper. This is called the Flight Airy. This is one of our Sale-A-Brations items right now. This is with, you can get this with a $50 purchase. You can get this gorgeous pack of paper. I am in love with this paper for the simple fact that look at all the colors that coordinate with this. So if you don't have a lot of colors in your collection, I'm sure you probably have one, at least one of the papers, if not 2 or 3, that you can coordinate with this paper. So just to let you guys know, this is a really, really fun, beautiful set or beautiful collection of paper. So let's get down to card number 1. So card number 1, we are going to need. And so tomorrow, if you guys go to my blog, you say you already have this paper and say you already have all the stuff that you need, and you just want the measurements to make this card. Tomorrow, my blog will be up and going for these 3 cards that I have created for you guys tonight. And it will have the shopping list there. It will have some still photos of the cards that I've created. And it's going to have your cutting and scoring dimensions as well. So then you guys can go right in there and see exactly what you need. Okay, so my card base. Hello, Melanie. The card base that I have chosen, this is the Boho Blue. And so it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So let's just burnish that down. The next layer that I have is a piece of, this is Misty Moonlight. So what I'm going to do with this piece, this is 4 by 5 1/4. I am going to, I'm going to use the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder, and I'm just going to place this in here and emboss this layer. As I throw things on the floor. So let me emboss this really quick. So this is a 3D embossing folder, so you will need to use your specialty plate number 4. Okay, so let's take that out. And look how cool that Distressed Tile embossing folder looks when you do that on some paper. It's got some highs and some lows, and it very much does look like a distressed piece of cardstock. So that will be my next layer. Then I have a small little piece of my designer series paper here. That is then going to get, I don't know why I embossed this. It shouldn't have been embossed. But anyways, I just embossed it. Wrong piece of paper. But anyways, it is what it is. So I'm then going to add my little blue piece. And then I have some of these cute little birds in here. I need to cut this down. I'm going to need 3 of these at 1 1/8. It's my next card that I need to really use that embossing folder for, but oh well. Okay, there's the next one. So keep these in order. And then 1 1/8. Just like that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to adhere this piece down here, and then I'm going to be putting, this is our metallic mesh ribbon. And hey, guess what? I brought all of my sentiments over today. Not like I did last week with that watermelon. I forgot all my sentiments. I remembered today. Okay, so these are just going to touch right at the top of my small little rectangle down here. I will be doing the 2 outside pieces first and then doing my center one. So then I make sure that I get everything lined up. Okay, so this is just gonna go right to this side. So I'm eagerly waiting my mom to come home. She had to run into town this evening, and I wanted to hurry up and get home so she could make me a coffee. Because you guys know that there's nothing like my mama's coffee. She always makes me a fancy coffee. And it just feels a little weird not having it sitting here with you guys. Okay, just like that. All right, so watching both of my margins here, we're gonna get that right on there like that. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my metallic ribbon, if I can find the end of it here. On that card that I made there, I just used the end of my other roll of this stuff. So I was like, well, I better grab the new roll. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious, this tape. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this is I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna kind of crunch it up like this and bring this to the back of my card, pull it through just so I have enough to tie a bow here. And this stuff is really easy to tie. Okay, like so. Let me grab my other scissors here. And then I just like to come in here and grab and fluff out some of that like so. And then I'm just going to squunch it together so it covers that seam where my 2 designer series paper came together. I need to pull that just a little bit. It seems to be a little too tight. So like that, squinch it. Hello, Heather. Hello, Ramona. Welcome, you guys. Okay, so that is going to be going on the front of my card, just like that. And this, I love this metallic. It just really adds a beautiful shimmer to your card. And it's really simple. There's not a whole there's not a lot to it. I just wrapped a ribbon around it. Now I need to grab my sentiment and my Versamark. Since we have used the silver metallic on there, I'm going to do some silver embossing on this. So I'm using this is the Charming Sentiments. You can use whatever sentiment you have laying around. Since I'm not here to feature necessarily a sentiment, I'm showing off this gorgeous paper. I'm gonna use where's it at? Oh, there it is. Thank you. in Versamark here. I love that these do have a matching die with them, so that's kind of fun. I need to use my little embossing buddy here to make sure there's no oils from my fingers or anything on there. I'm just going to stamp that down. Okay. We're going to bring in our silver embossing powder. I'm just going to move my spoon, just kind of shake that off on there like so. Perfect. Close this back up. Grab my heat tool since I just threw it on the floor over here when I was using the die cutting machine. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab out that coordinating die right down here. I'm pretty sure that's the right one. Yep, that works. Okay, and just grab a little piece of tape here to hold this in place, like so. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to die cut this. Okay, let me take this piece of tape off. Yeah, if you guys don't have this set and you like how your words can be completely die cut out, this is a wonderful set. This is the Charming Sentiments with the Sentiment Silhouettes dies. Tons of words in that. All right, so we are going to then go ahead and adhere this. Right down to our base. Like so. Okay, we're gonna pop that up there. We're gonna use that right there. And I'm gonna place that right here towards the bottom, like that. Beautiful. And then I'm going to grab, these are the Tencel Gems 4-pack. So these come in 4 different colors. I've kind of moved all around on here. So you've got all these different colors, and I thought it would be really cool to use the, what is this? Moody Mauve up here. I'm gonna place that there. Put one right there. And then let's do one more big one. Do it right up there. There we go. Then let's get an inside to this card. And I'm going to bring in, I think some of that, I think I'm going to bring in some of that blue paper. Yeah, I think we'll do the blue on the bottom. Or maybe do we want the birds? That's not the same paper, so let me find the correct paper. Is it this one? Oh, that's it. Maybe we'll do this paper because we're already going to have the blues going on the inside. So I think using a strip of this would be better. Okay, so let's cut off just a little 1/2 inch strip of this. Okay, and we're just going to put this right across the bottom there. I'm not going to do a sentiment in the inside of this because if one of you guys win this card, I want you guys to be able to put your own sentiment in there. And since it's a thank you card, you know, you could be thanking someone for a million different things. So there we go. And then cut off the remainder there. And then we are just going to place that right inside of this card. Now I have seen a lot of people doing some fussy cutting with this paper, and they're fussy cutting these birds. Whew, that scares me. They do a beautiful job, don't get me wrong. Hello, Anna. They have made some gorgeous cards by cutting these out and fussy cutting them. You guys know that I'm not a very good fussy cutter. It's not that I'm not good at it. I just don't like it. Again, it's one of those things that it's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot to have to do. And so I just don't do it that often. So there is card number 1. Let's get to card number 2. Okay, card number 2 is this right here. So now you can see where I was going with that embossing folder. I actually needed to use it on this card, not that card, but oh well, it doesn't hurt anything. So we're going to use it on this one. All right, so let me get out the stuff for this card. So this is the Lost Lagoon with the pretty peacock. Beautiful colors together. So my card base is a piece of 8.5 by 5.5. Make sure it's 5.5, yeah. And we are gonna score it at 4 1/4. Move my cutting blade here. Okay, there's that. This card is going to go landscape. Here is that piece of 4 by 5 1/4 that I do need to run through the distressed tile. Because we are going to see more of this layer that I wanted to have some texture to it. Okay. So So there is that piece. That was supposed to be like so. Get this out of the way. Okay, so that's layer number 2. Then we have a fun little layer. This is just a Lost Lagoon with kind of a lighter tint of little birds on vines. Then I have another piece of Lost Lagoon with our designer series paper here. We're going to adhere those two together. Okay, let's get these adhered on. Now I'm leaving about a 1/2 inch down here between the designer paper and the bottom of the cardstock, the embossed piece, just so you can see it on the top and the bottom. Okay, that can go ahead and get adhered down as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to tell you that I finished watching season 1 of Fire Country. Huh, I'm in love. In love. I really enjoyed that show. Now there is a season 2, but right now, because it's so new, it just came out, I'm not going to pay for it until it comes out on the regular like shows, or I need to start catching it on live TV. Speaking of fussy cutting, Kim, my mom just purchased these from scrapbook.com, which is a local company here in Arizona. That's what these things are for. I threw the box away, but these are supposed to be more of a precision cut when you're doing fussy cutting, and they're supposed to be a lot easier. I have not used them for fussy cutting yet. I did use them on, oh, maybe I did. I don't remember what I made though. I'm trying to remember what did I just fussy cut on? Oh, maybe it was this. Maybe it was when I made this card, I fussy cut around the words of this. I think maybe that's what I was doing. But yeah, these kind of are a game changer. Not to say that our Stampin' Up! Scissors, our snips, don't work really well. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way that you hold these, because when they're open, you use kind of your whole hand. So I think that might be what helps with the better fussy cutting, but this definitely was a game changer. These, not that I don't and can't do it with these, I just have now found that those spring ones have definitely changed things as far as cutting or fussy cutting. So now this layer is going to go next, and then I just have this little piece of scrap white that I cut. Let me find it here. I used, well, where did I put it now? Oh, there it is. Geez, sitting right in front of my face. Ugh. I used the second little banner here in the Nested Essential Dies, second from smallest. I cut out a piece of my basic white scrap and just came out with this little cute banner here. And I am using the word from Garden Meadow. This is one that can be found in our online store. This is available. And I'm going to use the little hello right here. And I'm going to use my black ink. Flip this around so my banner is facing this side, facing to the left. And just stamp that right in the center of that. Okay, I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of here. Since my paper is my focal point, I want to pop that up and have that be kind of the eye catcher. Okay, let's turn it the right way. We don't want it upside down on our card. Then I am just going to place this right on here, watching the top and the bottom. I think that should be good. All right, and then on here, I'm going to add another dimensional to this side, to the flagged side of my banner. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue right like that. And this is just gonna go right here. Now I wanna see that little bird on that piece of designer series paper. So I will place that right beside the bird because he's kind of the star of the show. We don't wanna cover him. And then for this one, I am going to be using, now this is the Tencel Gem 3-pack. The other one is the 4-pack. This is the 3-pack. I'm going to use the little fresh freesia ones because we've got some fresh freesia in here. And so I'm going to take a little one, put it right there, and a big one. Oops, flip over, guy. Put that right there. And then I'll take another little one and put it right there. Those light little purple fresh freesia gems. So as you can see, these cards are very simple. And they're simple because the paper I'm having do all the work. Because when you have gorgeous paper like this, it absolutely can do all the work for you. And you can make a bunch of these cards very quickly and still have a very, very beautiful little design going on for the layout. Okay, let's do the inside. I think on the inside of this one, I'm going to actually use that paper back there. That's that. I don't know if I can find it. What does the front side of it look like? I think it's this one right here. Yep, that's it. So let's make sure that's going to be, is that long enough? No. Okay, so I'm going to cut down this side here. And then cut this at 5 1/4. Okay, bringing that along the bottom there. Okay, cut off some of this extra here. We don't want that. Okay, that's cute. And with this one, we could do, I can't imagine having a better friend, or we could do thinking of you, but I'm gonna do it in fresh freesia just because we put those fresh freesia little gems on the front here. I think that's gonna be kind of pretty to tie that all together. Can't imagine having a better friend. I think we'll do that one. And I'm going to do that right down here towards the bottom. Just like that. It's a little crooked, but oh well, it's okay. So I can't imagine having a better friend than you, and we have the hello on the outside. Isn't that cute? Oh, love it. Just kind of ties all those colors together. So there is card number 2. Okay. So now let me get some of this stuff organized so we can bring in the stuff for card number 3. All right, so I need this kit right here. All right, so this one, we are going to be using some lemon lolly. And we've got our scraps. This is 11 by 4 1/4. I've scored this at 5 1/2. Hello, Cheryl. You snuck in, I didn't see you. Okay, so there's my card base. Then on that card base, what I'm going to do is I am going to grab my, where did I just put those? I just showed them to you guys. Oh, here it is. I'm going to use the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. And I'm going to use this one here that has these almost like little flower print to them. And I'm going to do that right on my card base. I don't know why I opened that. I'm just going to hold this just like so. I'm going to grab my little brush, my lemon lolly, and just grab a little bit of that color. And I just like to kind of swirl that off on the glass mat. Another wonderful thing to use this glass mat for. And then I'm just going to do the bottom right corner and the top left corner here. Just putting just a little bit of that color on there. Okay. Then I'm going to take that off. I can take this to the sink and clean it. I could use my little mat here, but that's exactly what I wanted. It's very light and faint. Hopefully you guys can see it there. But just having something faint in the background really adds kind of a neat effect to this card. Okay. Grab a tissue here, kind of wipe this off. All right, then my next layer, I'm going to use a piece of my lemon lolly. And then another piece that is just 1/8 of an inch smaller of white. But what we're gonna do with that white piece is I'm going to bring in my Layered Florals 3D Embossing folder. This is such a fun folder here. And what I'm going to do with this is I want this big flower right here to really be seen. So I'm going to do it in this top corner because that's kind of the part of the paper that's really going to show is this top corner. So I'm going to run this through really quick. Again, this is a 3D folder, so you need to use your number 4 specialty plate, which comes with your machine. So don't think that you have to buy an extra one when you order your machine. It will come with it. Okay, there's that. So I'm going to adhere those together. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm going to put some of, this is the Baker's Twine 3 color pack. It comes with Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue, and the Lemon Lolly. Now this is with that balloon set that I just did a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to pull this, place a long enough piece there, and I'm just going to wrap this twice. Okay, just like that. Grab my other scissors. Okay, I will be moving this down. That looks about good right there. I might need to move that over just a skosh. Okay, now that can get adhered down onto that little piece of Lemon Lolly. I did want to let you guys know that I am going to start including in my giveaways, I am going to start including my YouTube viewers. So if you are watching this at a later date on YouTube, if you like, subscribe, share my video, I will enter you into the giveaways for the cards and for the sharing of my video. Since I will be in the future switching over to starting to do my lives over on YouTube. Again, I haven't given a date yet of when I'm switching. But I just want you guys to know that if you are watching from YouTube, you have until next Monday, which would be Monday the 26th, to get yourself entered into the giveaways. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Then you will get notification. Hit that little bell, and then it'll let you know every time I put up a new video. Also, if you're on my blog and you would like to receive my newsletters that I send out, I normally will send out the next day. I'll send out the replay of this video. I let you guys know when we have mystery stamping coming up, all the things that are about that. So yeah. So just on the blog, on the right-hand side, scroll down and you'll see the little form to fill out for the newsletter. Okay, so let me grab what else I need here. So I need to have, as you can see, this has kind of been chopped up, which is a good thing. Now, any of these birds will work here. What I want to do is I'm going to bring in, of course, my Stylish Shapes dies. I don't know why I can't ever remember the name of those. I use them every stinking time, but I have an issue remembering them. You could use any of these birds to just cut these out. I'm going to stick with the one that I had. And I'm going to do this little one here. So let me just take this. I had to cut this down a little bit to get this to now fit in my trimmer and my embossing machine. Trying to think if I want, let's see, that one won't fit. That one's kind of cute right there. Nope, I'm going to stick with this guy. So any of these birds will fit with these circles. They're kind of fun. So I just line it up in that circle and then I go ahead and just die cut that out. So just like that, there's my little circle with my bird. Thank you, Cheryl, for adding that in here. You are a doll. All right, so there's my little circle that I'm going to use. I'm going to actually pop that up, but let's get this adhered down first. And now you'll see that me adding just that little bit of yellow with that mask will really grab the yellow from the, what was that stuff called? The baker's twine and that little yellow layer that I have in the back. It just will really make that all just kind of come together on this card. And this yellow is such a faint and beautiful yellow. It just looks so good. It's kind of a dainty, kind of delicate looking yellow, I think. All right, so our bird has that yellow in there. So again, just really makes everything come together nicely. All right, I have a little scrap here. I actually have 2 scraps here because I am going to be using the sentiment. I'm going to be using the perennial postage, You Are Loved Beyond Measure. And so, where did I put my black? There it is. The reason why I have both of these pieces is because I needed something smaller for my words. Okay, but see, love is too big for that. So then I'm just going to take this again and I'm just going to stamp the loved there. And then using my little scissors here, I'm going to fussy cut that word loved. And I'm sure Kim, who loves to fussy cut, is probably going like, girl, you're doing that all wrong. And you know what? I probably am. There's probably a much simpler way. Okay, let's round this corner. There we go. How long does a memento pad last? Well, that depends on usage. I actually just repurchased another one. I do refill mine and I'm using mine almost daily. I fill mine up maybe once a month. I will just come in and I don't flood it. I don't go crazy. I just put enough in there that I know. But then I also make sure that I store it upside down. Now, my original one that I have is not from Stampin' Up, and I've had it for probably, oh, well, look, Cheryl said that she's had hers for 20 years and it still works fine with the refill. I can't even tell you how old mine is, maybe 10, 15 years old, and it still works. I just bought another one because this one has the Stampin' Up logo on it and my other one doesn't. And it was more for aesthetics for you guys to see that I'm using a Stampin' Up versus wherever I bought that other one at. Okay, then with this, I'm going to grab these again and I'm just going to cut these words out. So your memento should last quite a long time. I mean, like I said, there's other people on here saying that they've had theirs for a long time. I store mine upside down, so the ink is always fresh towards the top of the pad. But then again, as you know, with Stampin' Up's pads, these are stored upside down because when you flip this right side up, now it's flipping the pad up. So obviously they're meant to be stored upside down because these pads are, so it keeps the ink towards the top. So when you dab them, and you're not supposed to, like, you never squish your, especially in these because they're like a foam. Now these are not foam. These are a different kind of pad. You can tap them, whatever. As long as you've got enough ink in them, they should be just fine. So I'm just cutting these words down just a little bit smaller here. Okay, let's make sure I don't lose any of my words, but get rid of all my scraps. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And then this is going to go right like so. Okay, with my little bow over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my loved and I'm just going to adhere that down. And I'm going to put that right there. And then beyond measures, I'm going to take some of my little dimensional here, but the backing is stuck to it. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to hold it just like this, find where my scissors are hiding, and I'm just going to cut this in half because this is very thin. Like that. And then take those off. And then that is going to go right here. Like so. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Cut that little baby in half. Don't cut yourself though, because depending on how new your scissors are, they're very sharp. Mine are very loved, but they're still very sharp. Okay, And then the UR is going to go right up here above the loved, just like that. My little bow can either go around that or go up above it or however it wants to sit. Then we need some magic of our Wink of Stella brush. Now, I get asked all the time, they bought, you know, you guys can buy a Wink of Stella pen and you can't get it to work. Now, there is a little black ring when you get your pen. There is going to be, this is going to be up a little bit, and there's going to be a little black tiny ring in here. I thought I threw it in here to show you guys, but there's going to be a little black ring in here. You need to unscrew this, which is going to go backwards. It's going to go backwards, and you're going to unscrew that lid. You're going to pull that little black ring off, then place this on, which it's now going to go all the way down, which is going to engage that little black, there's almost like a little black nipple in there that's going to push up into this foam. Then you're going to pump this a couple of times. There's a push here and a push here. You're going to push that facing it down, and you're going to start seeing glitter flood this little sponge right here. This little sponge is kind of the little magic spot where your glitter sits. And then you can bring it in and use it and watch all that beautiful little Wink of Stella come down to the end of your pen. I'm just going to put some Wink on this little bird here. Kind of give this bird a little shimmer. Yes, definitely do it over scrap paper. Don't ever like go heavy on a project because, yeah, obviously Cheryl has learned, it will come flooding out of it. And if you're on top of a project, squeezing it, it will flood your paper and make a hot mess. Been there, done that. Obviously you have too. So there is our super cute little bird. And then to match this as well, I brought in the rainbow adhesive dots. Both of these are with that, I believe the hot air balloons set. If you buy the bundle of that, or the suite of that, you'll get all these in there. I'm going to do this one here. And a little yellow one there. And then one more little yellow right down there to just kind of bring all that yellow together since it is such a light, beautiful color. I have noticed that I kind of like the Lemon Lolly. I like this color on sympathy cards. Not that I make a whole bunch of sympathy cards, but I just kind of like, yes, definitely a coffee. I was just telling them that I couldn't wait for you to get home. So what I'm going to do here for the inside of this, I still have some of that ink on the inside of this. So I'm just going to bring this in. I'm going to add this right here. Yeah, this color works well for sympathy or like a get well card. I think this is a beautiful color for that. So see, I'm just doing just a little touch of that lemon there. And then with this set, where did I put it? Right here. There's so many options that can go with this. It says, "You are loved beyond measure. Here for you always. I know you will get through this. Sending love and wishes. Happy Mother's Day. You mean the world to me. I can't thank you enough." Maybe sending love and best wishes because you are loved beyond measure. Or here for you always. Thank you for your friendship. God, there's so many of these that would go good with this. I think I'm going to do, I know you will get through this. I do know somebody who is going to be in need of a sympathy card. One of the neighbors here, she just passed away a couple of days ago. Her daughter was friends with my daughter, and she worked at the school here, and she's very loved in the community. She had been battling cancer for quite some time. And from what I read on somebody else's post, she's been ready to, you know, leave this earth for quite, you know, a while now. But she just couldn't leave because she had family members that just weren't ready for her to leave. So it finally, you know, now she's with our maker. And so, yeah, this would be a beautiful card for her family. So beautiful, beautiful. Love, like I was saying, this paper here is just so gorgeous for so many different papers. So if you guys have not gotten this with a for your celebration, I highly, highly recommend. I did have somebody ask last week in the comments what was my favorite of our celebrations items, and I had to tell her that I think it was this year's DSP. I really think the designer series paper that they came out with this year, we had that stippled rose, we had the that super cute, the tulle. I actually got that to go with that tulle set for Father's Day cards. Just the paper is just beautiful. I love, again, with this Flight and Airy paper. I have to say that the paper is probably my favorite that came out in the celebrations items this year. All right, so let me bring in all three of these cards. Look how beautiful they are. I'm telling you that designer series paper is just kind of the show, the star of the show. See, what I can do is I could even come in here and I can wink up this bird, especially their little bellies. We have been finding so many birds' nests on our patio. It actually just created somewhat of a problem. The birds' nests have been affecting our electricity. So the electricity on in our Arizona room keeps getting knocked out. And my husband realized that when he was up touching one of the birds' nests, it's hitting like a live wire or something. And when he went to move the bird's nest, it tripped the power in there. So we realized that it's the bird's nest. So we have to relocate bird's nests now. And I know they say that you can't relocate them because they made their home where they wanted them. And when you relocate them, they don't always survive. But we also can't leave them where they're at and have them causing a problem. A, I'm sure they're probably going to get electrocuted at some point in time being up there. And B, it's just not safe for everything that's on that patio. So we have to now relocate those birds' nests. And they may not work, but at least we're doing what we can do. Oh, cool. Thank you. Look what she just brought me. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so I have also made some other cards layouts using this paper, and I just had to share them with you guys because these are really simple, fun layouts using this same paper. Again, I told you guys how much I'm loving this. So yeah, just really fun. This is about the same color of that, but I brought the Calypso Coral in there. This one is using Night of Navy with the Fresh Freesia. Just so pretty. I will post these later on in the week for an extra blog post to just kind of tie everything together for bonus cards and give you guys the dimensions of those as well. So yes, thank you guys so much for coming in here and spending your evening with me. I truly appreciate and love you all. So I hope you enjoy this. Again, you can get these cards for free in the mail. This week's kit is called the Flight Airy. This is going to be using this host code here with your purchase of $35 or more. If your order is $150 or more, do not use my host code. You're going to get some Stampin' rewards, and I want you to have those. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful and safe week. Talk to you guys soon. I will see you guys on Wednesday for mystery stamping. Make sure you guys jot that down in your calendar so you don't miss out on that. All right, you guys, bye-bye.